你知道吗？当一个人看着你可以超过3秒，没有漂移，
嗨，我开播喽！有没有人要来陪我？
那就表示这个人真的看见你。如果你真的想知道有没有被在乎，你可以试着这么做。
你到底是谁？你在哪里
Am I playing a role?
Mm. 看着我。
Hello, everyone. We are TAICA, Taiwan Creative Content Agency. Welcome to join this conference hosted by TAICA. I'm Ching-Fang, the president of TAICA. Today, together with 4 speakers, we will talk about the XR ecosystem in Taiwan and share some experience about how we build this system in our society. Taiwan already enjoys a reputation as a key player in immersive content production. As an intermediary organization, TAICA is devoted to support and promote Taiwan cultural content industries and to serve as a platform for international and cross-industry collaborations. This year, TAICA launched our first immersive content grant for international joint ventures or international co-productions. Both the quality and quantity of applied works are amazing. While reviewing this project, we saw Taiwan has already built a healthy ecosystem for XR industry and feel thrilled by its energy and the potential it demonstrates. And we would like to share our excitement with all of you. Our speakers today are all active participants in this industry and will share their work experience and tell their opinions about Taiwan ecosystem for XR industry. Before we introduce our speakers, we will show you a short video of Taiwan XR content industry. Please watch.
这是台湾新媒体艺术家黄新建最近获得电子艺术节奥斯卡奖、奥地利电子艺术节荣誉奖的 VR 作品《师生记》，以转型正义为主题，说明台湾是个具有创作自由的国度，文化软实力也正在萌芽茁壮。台湾拥有亚洲最自由的创作环境，岛屿故事能量丰沛，是国际资通讯产业重镇，全球4大创新国，但也常被外国朋友形容为被低估的亚洲珍珠。这几年，这颗珍珠逐渐受到国际瞩目 ，VR 内容就是其中之一，包括政府提出加速文化内容开发与科技应用的旗舰计划。金马电影学院与 HTC 合作，导入国际级制作规格，共同创作 VR 电影，以及跨部会支持在高雄成立亚洲第一座 VR 体感剧院。在政府中介组织的布局与努力下 ，VR 内容产业生态逐步成型，让创作者能运用新的叙事工具，大胆地说故事，展现创作企图。创作自由为文化开启无限想象。2018年台北电影节的 VR 黑客松活动，正式体现了台湾艺术家善用 VR 新科技的能力以及创作热情，也透过集体共同创作，为故事赋予新样貌。
其实我是谁都是一个非常重要的课题，因为人是一种非常自由的生物。
这些热情与叙事创新的能力，也在过去3年让将近20部的 VR 作品获得国际影展肯定。 2019年，威尼斯 VR 单元台湾创作者入围数量更是挤进前3名，仅次于美国、英国。文化内容策进院成立以来，感受到这股 VR 内容蓄积的爆发力。在2019年刚成立3个月，就由董事长丁小金率队赴威尼斯影展，宣布沉浸式内容的国际合制。
所以各位国际的朋友们，欢迎你们把你的 schedule 上面排上台湾。
国际知名影视杂志 Variety 在威尼斯影展专刊中特别报道了台湾 VR 内容的试验与创新，并介绍文策院成立的意义以及国际合制激励政策。Variety 从产业角度预测，整合资源与人才的国际合制将成为 VR 内容生产的潮流所趋。我们相信，台湾大量的想法与技术就在潮流浪尖，引领创新，分享台湾内容，让世界更加精彩。文策院 TAICA 在2020年3月正式对外公告沉浸式内容国际合资合制要点，并展开征件。历经多阶段评选，6月已经评选出5件国际合制企划案，也向世界宣告，台湾在沉浸式内容的国际合制正式成军。接下来，我们将经由跨国合资合制，发掘更多具市场潜力的作品，透过故事力与技术力的结合，启动沉浸式内容更多可能。文策院期待成为全世界文化科技应用创作者与前瞻者的伙伴，一起前行，共同面向文化内容产业未来发展，使台湾成为国际沉浸式内容的创新基地。
Okay, welcome back. So here we are with our 4 speakers. Let me do a short introduction about them. The first speaker is Mr. Huang. He is the chairperson of Digital Art Foundation. Mr. Huang is a well-known art curator. His works has been often selected by major modern art exhibition in Taiwan and held solo exhibition many times. He hosted the Taipei Digital Art Festival and participated in the preparation of several important art centers. In 2008, he served as chairperson of the Digital Arts Foundation. Welcome. And the second one is Mr. Shou Peng. Mr. Peng is the director of the Industrial Technology of Research Institute, ITRI. In recent years, he focuses on the innovation combining culture and technology. He helped and supervised building the first volumetric capture studio in Taipei, now operated by TAICA, which provides great tools to create immersive content. Today, he will offer his perspective about Taiwan technology, how we can work with the content industry. And the third speaker will be Grace Huai-Chin. Grace is an award-winning film producer. She is dedicated to discovering young talents and producing independent films. Grace joined Kaohsiung Film Archive in 2018, now in charge of the VR Film Lab, curated the VR programs for Kaohsiung Film Festival in the past 2 years. She also supervised Kaohsiung Film Festival co-production projects. And our fourth speaker is Jimmy Chen. He is the director of content and business operation of Iconic Engine. Iconic Engine set up a new commercial model for XR content. Jimmy's role connects the studio, filmmaker, and all kinds of platforms to create an XR library. From the library, Iconic Engine select works for licensing opportunity. Today, he will talk about how we can commercialize those XR works. Now let's invite the first speaker, Mr. Huang. He will share his experience in digital icon and the storytelling for XR. Let's welcome him.
Hello, everyone. Our foundation has been focusing on cultural and digital art development, and immersive art has been a key topic. We have been studying and promoting extensively in this field. In the ecosystem in Taiwan, there are 3 groups of players. Some come from film industry, some come from gaming, and contemporary art. Digital Art Foundation thinks from a contemporary art perspective about development, promotion, and experiments in VR and immersive. We have multiple strategies in this field. Besides forum and workshops, we're introducing more performing groups and creators into this field. We hope to become a professional platform and bring in more creators. If creators are interested, they can join the system. We also establish a conceptual art museum for VR. It's a virtual museum to exhibit and discuss about works. This platform has been different from other players in VR. We use this museum to explore various possibilities in VR. For example, we use VR as a medium to explore sound, performing art archives, and sound archives. It's also about potential in VR and futuristic imaginations. We also think about future theater. And based on our understandings, we actually develop practical knowledge and technologies in these creative processes. Besides forums and workshops, we also have technical teams to develop technologies and codes in response to these creative needs. We will continue in this effort. So it would be great to take this opportunity so we can work with more creative artists in the near future.
I think the key is invite all the traditional cultural creators to introduce them to technology and show them how to use technology to enter a new creative area. So how we use technology, our next speaker will show us how to do it. So Mr. Peng, he is the technical director of E3. So please.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Shou from the E3, which is the Taiwan Technology Research Institute. Yeah. Today, the subject we are talking about the XR ecosystem to building. I think that is most important. The ecosystem will be content, including the content producer creating technology service solution, and also like the business delivery and the content. I think retail and the selling through the different platform, different network like this. Yeah, I could like to share my experience in this domain. There is what we are talking about the Taiwan XR ecosystem, how to transform the ecosystem to getting better. I think the one major thing in Taiwan is the power of the technology and the innovation, which is Taiwan have a very good experience over there. First of all, if you see the slide on the screen, I think you can see that the Taiwan has developed a strong heritage of hardware and software in the past 30 years. And you can see the graphic there, the Taiwan that have more engaged in the creative and the innovation right now. And we understand that Taiwan has 13 companies ranked among the top 100, the global tech leader by the Thomas Reuters. You can see the graphic there. Taiwan is the same as Japan as the second place in the global technology leading the position in the worldwide. Yeah, and I could like also to share with you about the E3, which is a really innovation organization here. You can see the first slide in the right side. The E3 also is they were the top 100 global innovation, identify the world's most innovative organization. Then also have a strong commercialize the potential based on the market research and the impact on the other downstream innovator. So I think there is really Taiwan and also E3 and all of our teams have a really good capability to get technology and the innovation here to help the XR ecosystem to getting better. I also could like to share with you, E3 have played the tail role in the transformation Taiwan industry from the labor incentive into the technology oriented. Over the year, E3 has incubated over the 240 companies, which is well known like UMC and the TSMC. Also, right now, we are going to integrate about the cultural tech ecosystem integration. So we could like to make like a technology hub in local here. We could like to see we can make the hub continue to connect with the worldwide technology partner and also the content partner. If you see the slide on the screen, ecosystem could be have like a content creator, application, and the services provider. Also, the delivery network will be most important, especially in right now, 5G is going to launch everywhere. They will be make XR content will be the good platform to deliver the XR, like immersive content through the anywhere and the different location. And also, we are also thinking the feature theater. They will be make the people to enjoy the immersive content in different way, different location. Even maybe it is in a different location and connect through the broadband network like 5G. And we also, of course, the end device, even the personal device or the projector to have a high resolution to deliver the immersive content to everyone, everywhere. So we are trying to build up the ecosystem from the technology side to linking every from the content and the director or producer, everyone. We could either to cooperate with each other like right now, the professor here. And the last one, I just want to share the one main thing is interpretation. I could like to share the one story, which is biometric capture studio in Taipei, which you can see the product in the screen. There's including the MV and also like the game and the computer graphing. Also, we have like a Taiwanese opera. this is make a different party co-work together. So there is a really challenge to each other if we talking in different language. So the interpretation is will be charged the everyone here. So we could like to see someone is an intermediary between the different party will be talking each other to understand what you are talking, and will be make the ecosystem to go into to smoothly and going to better. So that's what I think and share with everybody. We have a strong technology and innovation capability here, and we will be share our experience to make everyone cooperate together close and make the ecosystem to complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Taiwan has been known as an island of technology for a long time, and all because we have a very strong organization called ITRI. And ITRI always have been a very reliable partner in art. And now the ITRI already work with TAICA. Our volumetric capture studio now is operated by ITRI. And then we also know that ITRI have a program called Artists in Residence. And all the artists are actually invited to meet with those scientists at ITRI and to know how to use those very high-end, nobody understand, but very mysterious, but very exciting and sexy technology, apply them into cultural content. For example, there's a famous dancer in Taiwan called Huang. He actually, because he joined that program, now his works are involving with dancing with a robot. And we hope that one day TAICA can present that program to all of you too. So with all the technology, with all the exciting creativity, we have some excellent work in Taiwan. But how we present them to the world and how the world perceive them. So this next one is our next speaker, Grace. She is the director of Kaohsiung Film Festival. You are the
a VR programmer.
Yes.
Yes.
So sorry. So why don't you tell us how the world perceive our works and how you present them to the world?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Thanks for having me, TAICA, and also Ms. Hu. Yes, it's very exciting to be here, and I know everyone is quite nervous because I know it's a very difficult year for everyone because we haven't seen each other for such a long time. We have talked to each other. It's so weird because usually in these industries we see each other so often. Yeah. So, but it's still very exciting. Thank you to TAICA for hosting this conference, and so we still got a chance to see everyone, although it's online. Yeah. Okay, so it's very exciting to share with you our journey with VR. Like Ms. Hu just introduced me, I come from the film industry background. My organization, Kaohsiung Film Archive, is a non-profit film promotion organization. We're based in Kaohsiung, which is the biggest city of south part of Taiwan. And the city is quite famous by the good weather and very energetic vibe. We usually describe like Taipei is like New York and Kaohsiung is like Los Angeles. I think the city's personality is also reflect to our organization and also our film festival. We host film festival and we also by years growing and developing. Now our organization is, we have a film festival platform and we also provide production funding for filmmakers. So we kind of combine the creativity and also we have the very rich source for the connection with local, also international artists. So that's our background. Okay, so I would like to share with you our journey from VR. start from 2017, we kind of noticed that there's a trend in the worldwide. We noticed that lots of major film festivals in the world like Cannes, Sundance, Venice, and Tribeca, they open the VR section, and there's a lot of topics talking about can VR be a new media for storytelling. And so as a filmmaker, we are very curious about how this media can work. So follow our past experience, we invite 5 local director, they produce the VR work. And actually at the beginning when we have this idea, we totally, it's just a very rough idea. We don't know what will be going at the end. But like there's a project in the first year project, the project is called Your Spiritual Temple Sucks. Which directed by director Zhang Xu, and also produced by Estella. The work got very huge successfully after the produce. And that's the moment we kind of noticed that how production content needs a creative side. They need to work with our production technical part, because that when the contents receive the huge success in the film festival, everyone is talking about the creative side of our artists, but also they are still amazed by the very high level production quality by the production company called Filmic. So this is the way we see how the content you need to collaborate with production company, and you can see then combine together, so being see together. For as a still like small example, like when they do the film, Zhang Xu director, he talked with the R&D team in Filmic, and at the moment they are developing a microwave camera skills, and at the moment no one in the VR industry can do that. So it's not only from the creative side, it's also we have very strong parts from the technical part. So yeah, it's a very good example how you can combine together and you can being see together. As those years in the experience, when we talk about when we exchange idea internationally with our friends, lots of people, I think not only one people sharing idea to me, like as their international industry people in their mind, in Taiwan, in their mind, Taiwan has a very strong and rich resource for the VR industry. And because of course first of all, we have a very open-minded person and society. That's make our content has very diversity. And also, so we have very great creators, but also second part, we do have all the hardware industry like HTC, MSI, all the hardware parts in the companies also come from Taiwan. And also there's another company called Borgen. Jimmy and I just visit them last week, and actually they are the sponsor for Cannes this year. Yeah, so they are a large-scale device developing company. We were just talking about when the industry, everyone is still discuss, is there any company can do the multi-platform devices? But Borgen is already did that. Yeah. So I think we have very strong parts. Like there's a friend, I don't know who it is, but after I introduce all of the resources to them in Taiwan, he's like joking that Taiwan is the king of the VR. It's a joke, but I think it comes for reasons. Yeah, so basically it's our experience. So
that's all very exciting. I guess that's why we feel that at this moment, Taiwan actually quite well positioned to be an active player in the global extra industry. And this is one reason Taika is very devoted to promote and to help the building a healthy ecosystem in Taiwan and connect with the global market. So talking about market, VR is exciting, but expensive. Who is going to watch it? Nobody have any device at home. So where is the market? So now we have our fourth speaker, Jimmy. Jimmy is the director of business in Iconic
Engine.
Yes, I'm so sorry. It's very difficult to do online forum. It's more difficult than I realized. So please forgive us. So Jimmy, will you share your experience about the marketing and licensing of VR, the expensive VR content?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Jimmy, and I'm very happy to be invited by Taika to do this panel. And I think the best thing for me to speak on this panel is because I'm a Taiwanese, and we're talking about the opportunities for Taiwan content and also for the platforms. And I'm a Taiwanese as a distributor internationally to distribute VR content. I think that's the best part for me to be here. I think right now we need to talk a little bit history that I actually shared with everybody before. But still, in 2016, 17, 18, Digital Domain, the background company that we have, we used to produce VR content. And we spent about $20 million to create VR content, but we only monetized 400,000 back from the market, which it was a huge minus. And we shut down content creation, and then we started to do, B2B service under Iconic Engine with the international telecoms. The reason we see there's an opportunity is because these telecoms, they started to prepare for their 5G strategy, and then they want to find something to showcase for the bandwidth of 5G, which VR is a good showcase because when we consider as a traditional film for a 2-hour movie, it's like about 1.2 gigabytes. And then for VR animation content or even just live production content, for about 10 minutes, it can go to like 5 gigabytes, 10 gigabytes, or even 15 gigabytes. So basically the bandwidth is very important, especially if people wants to stream a 4K content or even 8K content. The current Wi-Fi or LTE or 4G is completely not enough. That's why telecoms, when they're preparing for their 5G strategy, they're thinking about to use VR as a showcase. And this is how these international telecoms, such as like LGU+, SK Telecom from Korea, Orange from France, Deutsche Telekom from Germany, right now SoftBank in Japan, and we also have like Far Eastern Telecom and Zhonghua Telecom from Taiwan that are all stepping into this. So when I talk about, the opportunities for Taiwan filmmakers, I actually can give a lot of examples because I had a lot of discussion with Grace since last year. Since Kaohsiung Film Festivals, they invested or they partner with a lot of content creators or projects. We actually see there are a lot of good projects that have been showcased since 2017 until now. However, there are some projects that it's easier for me to find a distribution opportunity, such as like The Abandoned Deity, Mechanical Souls. Why? I think when we're talking about from a buyer's perspective, when they look into a content, especially the distribution model is very immature, they have to think what type of content they want to license, and then their end users will like immediately or to understand easily. So if we are trying to distribute a content that is very niche, maybe like a very sad story or very original culture story just inside Taiwan, only Taiwanese know, that will be a little bit hard for these buyers to say, yes, our end user will like it, because maybe this buyer is actually from France. And I would say maybe more than 90% of the people in France, they have no idea what Taiwan is. They maybe heard a lot about Taiwan because of this COVID-19, the virus, but still, they don't know who Taiwan is or what is our culture. So right now, the content that I see there's an opportunity is actually very simple. It's a Taiwan story with Taiwan background and culture, but still, the story is easy for any end user to understand. Maybe it's because, such as like The Abandoned Deity. It's basically a Taiwan culture that we're making the statue because we believe in them. And it talks about the relationship between a father and son. And when we talk about relationship between families, that is something everywhere, everyone can really understand, because we all have a father, we all have a mother. Maybe I don't have a kid, but we definitely have parents. And for mechanical shows, it's also very Taiwan culture driven, but it's actually talking about when two huge families are actually getting married. It's not an independent war between the husband and the wife. It's basically a war between families. And I'm pretty sure everywhere in this world, when there's two huge families are getting married together, it's always like that. So yeah, it's basically a universal topic. So I think when our creators in Taiwan, when they are producing their own content, such as like the co-production investment for under Taika, I think that's a really good start, because basically this kind of program can help our creators to really walk outside, walk to international, and then to talk to other studios from France, from Germany, from UK, from US, to see what our other peoples are doing, and to see how to combine our story, our culture, our technique, our people, our creative with everything else but outside of Taiwan. So that can help other people to see who Taiwan is, and also to make our Taiwan story widely being accepted by other end users in other countries, maybe by a film festival first, and then go to these buyers, telecoms, to let them feel that, yes, this is a Taiwan-driven story, but it's purely connect to your end users, so you should license it, because that actually provides your platform to become more healthy, because you have more genres of content, and it actually covers like very internationally. I think these platforms are really looking for these type of content. And Taiwan, we have a very good strength, is because we have Taika, we have government, and we have film festivals that are really pushing this ecosystem to go forward. And then I would say, because I think the distribution channel is growing rapidly in 2020, especially combined with the 5G era. So no matter in Taiwan or outside of Taiwan, we see opportunities. Thank you.
Wow, Jimmy painted a very beautiful picture. The post-pandemic era, that actually 5G and all the XR industry actually is the future, is very beautiful. Before we conclude, I actually want to come back a little bit and talk about the creativity part, because I guess in Taiwan, we have the technology, we have the film festival, we have the cinema, and we also think about the distribution and marketing end. So how to involve with all the creators to come and join us to this exciting future. I want to come back a little bit to Mr. Huang. Can you talk about how the storytelling, are they changing, or is it the same as a traditional art industry?
We often work with choreographers in the past. For these performers and for performing art formats, they used to be more distant from these technologies. So to them, VR is a magical medium. They think it's a very physical medium. Performing art groups are very interested, but still distant from VR. So we take this medium and use this medium to document many dance performances. We think that traditional documentations in the past is very different from 3D technologies. It's also a very different experience to watch physical performances from multiple perspectives. After they watch our documentations, their imaginations are inspired. They have some fundamental changes. They used to create composition with a frame, but after VR immersive technology is adopted, when they think about their works, their creative structures have changed. Now they can think about narratives from multiple perspectives and from conventional composition. To creators and contemporary artists, they're interested in rebuilding their narratives. VR is still an emergent art format, It's a refreshing experiences for them to rebuild a narrative. Time and space are changed. Audience is empowered. So now audience members can wander around the work. The tension has also changed. This technology creates new topics and views for artists. They can explore different issues as well. For contemporary art, time and space in VR and sound exploration include many different topics. So for us, we look forward to what artists can create in the field. There should be fascinating works in the near future.
Thank you for Mr. Huang. I guess the key to VR content is that it's a physical experience. For the traditional art form, basically we are watching, we don't interact. But in the VR or virtual XR cultural era, that we got to decide the result. In the new world, we are inside the picture. We are inside the art. So that's a very exciting. But after all, cultural content is everything. It's because technology, after all, comes from human beings. And we are the one who use technology and activate our imagination and jump into our future together. So thank you for the 4 speakers. I also like to announce that this November, again, TAICA will have so-called, we have a cultural technology forum, which is held every fall, and it will happen in Taipei. Whoever interested in this virtual reality art new world, please join us. And thank you for your time.